Once upon a time, in the heart of a dense forest, there lived a community of lively squirrels. They spent their days scampering through the trees, gathering nuts, and playing in the golden sunlight. Among them was a particularly mischievous squirrel named Nutmeg. Nutmeg was known for his daring adventures and fearless spirit. One day, while exploring the forest, he stumbled upon a cave where a big, foolish bear named Bruno was fast asleep, snoring loudly. Instead of being cautious, Nutmeg saw an opportunity for mischief. He whispered to his fellow squirrels about the sleeping bear, suggesting they play a prank on him. The other squirrels were hesitant, knowing it was risky to wake a bear, but Nutmeg's persuasive words won them over. Gathering acorns and twigs, they tiptoed into the cave and began to tickle Bruno's nose with a feather. Bruno stirred, his eyes fluttering open, and with a loud yawn, he stretched his massive arms. "Who dares to disturb my slumber?" Bruno grumbled, rubbing his eyes. But Nutmeg and his friends, caught up in their prank, continued to tease the bear, hopping around him and chattering excitedly. Bruno, still groggy from sleep, couldn't quite grasp what was happening. He swiped lazily at the air, trying to shoo away the pesky squirrels. As the commotion grew, the other forest animals, sensing trouble, gathered outside the cave, watching in disbelief. They knew that waking a bear was foolishness beyond measure, but Nutmeg and his friends were too absorbed in their game to listen to reason. Suddenly, Bruno, frustrated and confused, let out a mighty roar, sending the squirrels scattering in all directions. They raced out of the cave, their hearts pounding with fear, realizing the danger they had put themselves in. Safe among the branches, Nutmeg and his friends looked back at the cave, seeing Bruno shaking his head in bewilderment before retreating back to his slumber. The squirrels let out a collective sigh of relief, grateful to have escaped unscathed. From that day on, Nutmeg and his friends learned to be more cautious and respectful of the forest's inhabitants. And while they still enjoyed their playful adventures, they understood the importance of not crossing boundaries or disturbing the peace of others.